Hello, everybody. This morning I'm talking about mental health, and I've noticed a lot of people on mental health are getting a bad label. You know, you have people with bipolar, you have people with schizophrenia, you have people with Asperger's, you have people with depression, anxiety, and then you have the dangerous ones. These are the dangerous ones, which are psychopaths and sociopaths. Everybody else on that scale is not considered 99.99% of the time. They're not dangerous. And what people in society don't understand is that over 70% of the general population of your country, whichever country you live in, is undiagnosed with a mental health problem. They just haven't been in yet. They haven't talked to a shrink and had their head examined, and they're undiagnosed and walking around without medication. And they can be like way off their rocker because they're not on meds, and they're not normal. And I have a lot of friends and people in my town that are on medications for mental health problems. And I'll tell you, they get the bad label every time someone walks into a school, someone walks into a shopping center, and just opens fire with an assault rifle and starts shooting people. Everyone on mental health is blamed, and then they want to lock them all up and throw them into an institution and lock them away forever, when 99.9% of them are not dangerous, and they're not going to shoot you, and they're not going to stab you. Most of them are just sick and they need help. And unfortunately, they get a bad label in society. And there's a song by Spirit of the West that goes, Mr. Jones to Mrs. Jones, we've delayed to inform you. Close enough to make the effort, far enough to make excuses. How's it go again? Lock them up tight because they had the chance they might prove us that we're wrong, and that's the one thing we can't be. So, and that's basically the gist of the song, is that they want to lock you up because you're different. And there are so many people who are sick and they're scared of the label, so they don't come forward and get help, when really they need help and they need someone to help them so they can get better. And there are people who are so depressed and so sad, and they put on a smiley face every day to everyone, but deep down inside they're so sad and they need help. And they won't come out to get help because they're scared they're going to get labeled crazy, and the people are going to shun them away and treat them like they're different and tell them that they're nuts when they're really not. So anyways, when you see someone with mental health issues, have a little bit of empathy and a little sympathy, and understand that they're not trying to hurt you most of the time. Most of the time they're just reaching out for help. So, and it doesn't include people hooked on hard drugs. That's a totally different issue. That's not a mental health issue. That's an addiction issue. So remember that when you look at someone who's sick, that they're just there. They're just people too, just like you. And you don't know that you may have a mental health issue that you might not even be aware of. So anyway, take care. Have a nice day. Jesus loves you. And God bless.